Hi there, this is Ben with MediaAgility, and today I'm going to show you how to add calendars to your Google Calendar using the Google Calendar app. So starting in the Google Calendar app here, you're going to notice, of course, your events are by default visible here. You can actually toggle that on and off over here in My Calendars. So now I can view all of my events. I can also view birthdays, reminders, and tasks. These are additional calendars that I've added. You can also see that there are other calendars down here, such as holidays. So for instance, tomorrow is Juneteenth, but if we toggle that off, we don't see it. So this is an easy one to add. And in order to add additional calendars, we're going to spend some time down here in the other calendar section. So first, you might be wondering, what is the use of seeing other calendars? Likely you've used them before, but in general, this can be very helpful for scheduling. Maybe you need to see some colleagues' schedules. Maybe you need to see the conference room schedule for booking, or perhaps you need to coordinate with a vendor for a conference or convention. And so you're able to do that through other calendars. So if you click that little plus button, you can see that there's a couple of options that you're going to see here. The most common that you are going to use internally at your organization are subscribe to calendar and browse resources. So we're going to go ahead and click browse resources. This is where, if your organization uses this protocol, you'll see all of your different office spaces or conference rooms, meeting rooms, etc., listed as resources here. So these are the calendars for the resources used largely for booking. And to access these, it's very simple. You just hit that drop down and click a little check mark. And now all of a sudden you see that that just popped up over here. So if we go back, now under My Calendars, you can see the head office is available there. So if there's any bookings for the head office, it's going to be visible now. And if you don't want to see that, if that's making your screen cluttered, you can just click that out. Now, to view other coworkers' calendars, you're going to go to the Subscribe to Calendar section. Naturally, just by clicking up here, you're going to see some suggestions of those that you have emailed most recently. And so if I wanted to add Jon Snow's, I just click and it is added just like that. If I wanted to, let me step back. And so you can see now if I toggle on Jonathan Snow, I'm able to see exactly what his schedule is too. It just so happens that we go to all the same meetings. But if not, you would see his displayed in this color here. If you wanted to change that color, you can, of course, customize that by clicking these three dots, and it allows you to change settings and sharing as well as the color there. So that's how you can add coworkers' calendars. Now, maybe you need to add a calendar from a vendor or somebody external to your organization. You can do that as well by going to from URL and requesting them to share their calendar URL. So that will be something that they will provide from their end. And when you get that calendar URL, you can drop it in there and it will then populate over here. So that is how you can use other calendars. Of course, if you create a new meeting, you can also choose which calendar this is applied to. So now you can see calendar right here by default that is set to Benjamin Shank, but maybe this is actually supposed to be on Jonathan Snow's, or maybe I'm booking a conference room. So I can click that and now that will be added to the office calendar. So that's how you access other calendars, how you create events using those other calendars once you have access to them. There's also a couple other fun ones. If you wanted to poke around there, you can browse the calendars of interest, and they have different holidays, different sports, all sorts of good stuff like that. These are just kind of some general settings that will allow you to just populate your calendar. So maybe you're a big rugby fan, and you can choose the league, the Heineken Cup League, right? You can actually choose the individual organization that you follow and add their playing schedule to your calendar, and you can just toggle that on and off over here again. So just a couple of things worth pointing out. Hopefully you find this helpful.